Hey everyone, and welcome to WKMC TV's pregame show. I'm Bob Ellis, along with new head coach Dave Whitey Williams. Dave, we're here at the before the game. We want to talk a little bit first about Dave Williams before we talk about Tamaqua. You're from Tamaqua, originally from there, and a wife, 2 kids.
Yes, recent addition on Friday prior to the scrimmage, and we're thankful that it happened last Friday and not this Friday because we have a big game ahead of us, and we're looking forward to it.
I guess last Friday it was a little tough. You had your wife in the hospital, delivered the baby, and then had to come here for the Lock Haven scrimmage.
Well, it was a long day, but at the same time, she understands the situation, and they're a football family, and we got the opportunity to get back here and work with the kids, and we had a very physical scrimmage, and that's what we were looking for against Lock Haven. We knew, we did fairly well against Conestoga Valley and Wilson, and we wanted to be physical and really find out if we had tough kids, and I think we found out on Friday that we do have some pretty tough boys here.
How do you feel about the transition from Tamaqua to Mount Carmel? Has it been comfortable here? You started teaching here now. You're with the kids more here. Is it easier?
Well, by coming in March and having the opportunity to meet the fellas, it's been quite warming. Well, it's been warming. The faculty, the administration have welcomed me, and I've been very happy in the transition. There's no question.
That's great. Both scrimmages, you've had 2 now. It was a tri-scrimmage down in Reading, and then also the scrimmage last week against Lock Haven. You came out of it on Friday night, and then you had all week to get ready. Did you have to make many adjustments over what you had anticipated doing?
The thing that I feel best about in the 3 scrimmages is the fact that Conestoga Valley offered us a variety of formations and a lot of different looks. Wilson was the type of team who's going to come at you from the eye and give you a lot of looks that way. Neither team I felt were as strong as Lock Haven was on the line, and Lock Haven was in a Western Final last year and was returning most of their line, and that's one of the areas we have to work on. But I think by those 3 scrimmages, it gave us the opportunity to really find out what we need to work on, the areas that we can improve on, the areas that we have a pretty good handle on. So those 3 scrimmages definitely have us prepared for tomorrow night's game.
Tomorrow night's game, Tamaqua Blue Raiders. I guess a tough one for you inside to start against Tamaqua as the first game. I'm sure you'd appreciate it being another team maybe, but I don't know your feeling on that you have to come up right against Tamaqua right off the bat.
Well, a lot of people, have looked at it that way. There's been a lot of questions that way, but, the way I've been looking, I'm very thankful it is the first game. It's not going to hang over these fellas, for a couple weeks, and I've had the opportunity to be in some big games at Tamaqua. In the 2 years there in the division, we had lost only 2 games. So this being a divisional game and right off the bat being a big game, that's the type of game we want to be in. We want to be in a lot of big games, and tomorrow offers us that right off the bat. So, we're really excited about that chance.
The health of the team, I guess we have 2 down for sure. John Yasishak will not be able to play, and Rob Menapace. Anything else?
Well, just Rob, and Rob's had this knee problem over the past 2-3 years, and he's a captain, he's a leader, and we're going to miss Rob. There's absolutely no question there, and we're using him at defensive end, so there's a couple of younger fellas now that have to pick up the slack, and they know it, and they've been working there and preparing themselves. John, no question, in the special teams, being the punter last year, and also, we were looking at him this year, and the way he's filled in there at guard when Rob got hurt, the way he's been playing a linebacker and giving some of these fellas a breather, it just offers somebody else an opportunity, but there's absolutely no question we will miss Rob and John this season throughout.
Coach Williams, we're happy to have you here. We're looking forward to seeing you every week before the games, and we're going to get to talk to some of Coach Williams' coaching staff in just 1 second. We're here with the new line coach of the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes, Charlie Connolly. Charlie, transition from Marion to Mount Carmel. How was it?
It's been quite easy. So I came from Marion High School, had a rich tradition of pride and winning, and coming here, it's no different. It's the same thing, and these kids know what it takes to be winners, and they work hard, and that's what we did at Marion. So transition-wise, no problem. But terminology things, fundamental things that I like to do, a little different. So we're getting that down, and we're coming along quite well.
We talked to Coach Williams a little bit about injuries. I guess two of the major injuries are on your line, or not injuries, but John Yasishak not being able to play and Rob Menapace now out.
Yeah, with John played a lot for us in the scrims, and he came along really well, and he just had that problem with his chest. And Robbie was our starter penciled in, and the way I understand it, he had bad luck his whole career playing football here, and we're going to miss him. He would have been a big part of our line, and I was counting on him, but we'll fill in. I got some good other people to back up to take over for him.
There's been a lot of talk in town here and in school about the guys. We've heard about this new Mount Connolly, and we saw some bulldozers out here working, and off the side of the field over here is a coal dirt mountain, but a little bit of a training build for you guys, for the line.
Yeah, well, when we're done here, we'll be able to put in for black lung, But I had that at Marion. I always had my lineman on the hill who worked on blocking, shoulder and left shoulder blocking, and basically blocking, pushing people up the hill. I mean, if I told him, if you can block this person up the hill, you can block anybody on a flat surface. And it's a good training for them. It gets their legs in shape, and I've always used it. And I said, well, I need a hill up here, and Whitey said, well, you'll get one. And there it is.
Tamaqua, the line, probably very close to our size. It doesn't seem like you're going to have anything to do with much of a larger line, but how do they look blocking-wise to you?
Well, they'll match up with us pretty well, or we'll match up with them. And I think we may be a little bit quicker, but experience-wise, I think we're about the same. If we just play aggressive, come out and hit these people, I think we can control the line. I hope we can control the line.
Well, Charlie, we're happy to have you here, and we'll be looking forward to talking to you more on these pregame shows. Thank you. Back again with two more assistants from Whitey Williams' new staff. On my left, Bobby Veach, and on my right, Steve Kamazak. Bob, you're not a new face. You're not a new face to Mount Carmel here. You've been around Mount Carmel football before, and how's the program look now so far going into the first game?
I think the program looks real solid. We've had a couple of injuries, but we've had some people that have filled in nicely, so I think we're looking pretty good for Friday night.
You're working mainly with the slots and the ends this year.
On offense, I'm working with the slots and the split ends, and on defense, I'm working with the cornerbacks.
Well, we're going to get to talk to you a lot more after these games are over in the next pregame show. Steve, you're new to the staff. You're here from Tamaqua also. You quarterbacked at Tamaqua for Coach Williams or not?
No, I was Coach Tice at the time.
Okay, and you're handling the quarterbacking chores in the backfield with these guys?
Running backs, defensive backs, that type of thing.
How's it look so far to you? Any predictions for tomorrow night's game?
No predictions, no. I just hope it turns out how we want it to. Yeah. It should.
Are you helping out with the freshman program also?
Not right now, no.
Okay. Well, we look forward to seeing you two guys, and we're going to bring a couple more of the staff out, and we have all of the new staff of the Red Tornadoes here. We're back here with Tom Edwards, the freshman coach of the Red Tornadoes. Also did a lot of work this year with the weight training program, and I guess you spent your summer in the weight room with these guys.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time in the weight room this year. Turnout for the first year, anywhere from 25 to 35 kids in the weight room. And they worked really hard this summer, trying to get in shape, trying to build a little bit more strength in our legs and in our arms. And I was well pleased with what went on this year.
Tom, you followed the weight program right through, and is it going to be an ongoing thing from here on in now? You just keep it going right year-round?
Yes, we'll keep it going during the season, at least one day a week, probably on a Monday after a game. We'll look at our films, and then the varsity will go in and lift in the weight room. And then as soon as the season's over, we'll give the kids about 2 or 3 weeks, and then we'll get right into it for next year, starting to get ready for the following season.
The freshman team, how many do you have out?
Right now we have 25 to 27 kids out for freshmen, and we're working hard. We've had them out now for about 10 days, and we're looking pretty good.
Implemented the same offense that Whitey's using here on the varsity level?
Yes, we'll use the same offense all the way up through from 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, JVs and varsity, and that way the kids will know the system as they come up through.
Predictions on the game?
Seeing that I came from Tamaqua with Whitey, I think we can handle them by at least 2 touchdowns. But again, we have to execute. If you don't play the game 100% and you don't give all you have, you don't win. So if we go out and we hit, come off the ball, I think we can handle them.
Great. Tom, look forward to seeing you some more. Now we're back with the eyes of the Tornadoes, Paul Babinski and Rob Verano. These two guys on the coaching staff will spend their times in the games upstairs being the eyes for the guys down on the field. Paul, you're here from Monterey City, and you've spent now a couple weeks with the guys. How's it been going?
Pretty good. You know, Mount Carmel is a great tradition in their football program, so, you know, I'm just proud to be able to be a part of that tradition.
You were with Coach Williams at Tamaqua.
No, I was with Coach Conley at Marion.
Okay, you came from Marion then. We're learning you guys too. That's the thing. We're picking this all up. You're working with the line when you're not upstairs doing that type of thing?
Right, I work with the offense and defensive line, and I'm helping with the JV team also.
Questions have been asked about the size of the line this year, that we're a little small, but on the other side said we're a lot faster.
Sometimes I think, especially on the defensive end and the defense that we run, you're better off being quicker. And even offensively, I think quicker's a better advantage than being big. So I think that'll be an advantage to us this season.
Rob, we're coming over to you. Back to Mount Carmel, back on the Silver Bowl field after quite a few years, but I guess you're excited about tomorrow night.
Oh, very exciting. It brings back a lot of memories from when I played, and it's great to be able to come back and be a part of with these young men and help them. And there was a lot of people that helped me in my career, and I'm really excited about tomorrow night.
A little change of offense from what you used to run here in terms of a different offensive set and different offensive plays. Take a little bit for you to get used to it?
Yes, it did. I worked with Coach Williams over the summer with some of the young men, and it took me a while to pick it up, but I'm starting to get used to it now, and I think the team is too, and I think folks in Mount Carmel are going to be excited about this offense.
Predictions for you for tomorrow night?
Mount Carmel's going to win. I don't want to predict any scores, but I look forward to the guys having a great game last night and starting off a new tradition here in Mount Carmel.
That's it. That's it for WKMC TV's pregame show. Whitey Williams and his coaching staff, the new Red Tornado coaching staff, looking forward to a big year here at the Silver Bowl.